The Met Office has warned of potential danger to life as the remnants of Hurricane Ophelia hit the Irish Republic and head towards Northern Ireland. Troops have been deployed to coastal areas in the Republic in what's expected to be the most severe storm to hit Ireland in half a century. Already more than 3,000 people are without power in Cork and Kerry this morning, and many planes, trains and buses have been cancelled. Well, Storm Ophelia hit the southwest corner of Ireland a short while ago with gusts of 109 miles per hour recorded off the coast. It moves on to Northern Ireland and parts of West Wales this lunchtime, with wind speeds expected of up to 80 miles per hour. The storm is then forecast to head north to central and southern Scotland tomorrow, sparing eastern parts of the UK. While schools north and south of the Irish border have been closed for the day, Sarah Corker looks now at the preparations for the arrival of Storm Ophelia.
With winds of up to 90 miles an hour on the way, those living on the Galway coast were securing property, tightening boat moorings and seeking shelter. Ireland's southern and western coast will be the hardest hit as Ophelia moves in from the Atlantic. Forecasters have warned the storm will be potentially life-threatening, causing widespread disruption and power outages.
We're expecting significant disruption to electricity supplies across the country. We expect from very early in the morning to have all of our crews deployed to deal with fallen wires. We expect a significant number of trees to fall in our network.
Some ferries, flights and bus services have been cancelled. All schools, colleges and courts in Ireland are closed.
We hope that all our students and staff and everyone heeds the advice, stays safe, stays indoors, and we'll see everyone back in school, please God, on Tuesday morning.
The worst storms for hundreds of years hit the south of England early this morning.
And Ophelia will reach the UK later, exactly 30 years after the Great Storm of 1987, famously catching the forecasters out.
Earlier on today, apparently, a woman rang the BBC and said she heard that there was a hurricane on the way. Well, if you're watching, don't worry, there isn't.
Weather forecasting has come a long way since then, and this is the view of Ophelia from space as it moves towards Ireland. It's predicted to be the country's worst storm in more than half a century. Sarah Corker, BBC News.
Let's talk now to our Ireland correspondent Chris Buckler, who's in Galway on the west coast of the Republic of Ireland. And Chris, are the winds getting up there?
Yeah, the winds are very much strengthening. You can see the promenade behind me and you can see the wave and the wind really starting to have an effect. Although people are still walking along that promenade, in the next hour or so we expect it to be effectively closed as the concerns about just the strengthening of this winds really grows. I've just been inside this city centre and there many shops have decided to close for the day. There are signs on store after store saying because of Storm Ophelia they are not going to open today. It is starting to become in certain parts of this city relatively eerily quiet, but they have to be concerned, and time again you're hearing these warnings. You only have to travel in the car and turn the radio on to hear the public service announcements telling people to be aware, to try to make sure that their bins are secured, to make sure that there's no garden furniture out. And in fact, some of the businesses in town there, as well as putting up floodgates, were actually taking their rubbish in. The bins that they had left out to be collected, they were taking inside their businesses because there are concerns about the debris that will be thrown around. Now already this storm is starting to have an effect further south. It has hit Cork and Kerry already, and we're starting to see the impact of that. You mentioned a little earlier, Anita, just about the number of people who are without power. I can tell you now that the numbers are rising. Around 22,000 customers, that's both households and businesses, are currently without electricity in Ireland. It gives you a sense of the concern there is, but everything is being done to try to prevent any danger to people. It's why schools are being closed. It's why bus services in many areas have been cancelled. It's why flights and ferries are going to be cancelled on the day ahead. There are real concerns about this storm, but they are doing all they can to prepare for it.
Chris, OK, thank you very much. Chris Buckler there in